Welcome to this week's episode of Shank Outdoors. If you're new here, I'm your host, Sky. And in this week, I want to talk to you about how to protect yourself from being scammed or hacked and losing access to any of your online accounts, especially for you creators as a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So recently, some friends of ours, a YouTube creator specifically, got hacked and lost total access to their YouTube channel. Now, most people are thinking they got hacked by using a poor password, or they didn't have two-step verification. They used a public Wi-Fi to log into their YouTube account. But none of that is actually the case. Now, we all know these scammers. It's not new. We get many calls a day or week, a month on our cell phones. You probably get a lot of emails in your spam folder, or maybe even text messages. And there's even scammers on Marketplace now. Now, how our friends lost their YouTube channel wasn't any of those. It was actually working with a sponsored company. Luckily enough, it did take over a week to get their channel back, but it was a long, gruesome process to prove who they were and to get access back into the account with YouTube guiding and helping them in the background. It wasn't just your normal click on the recover password and get back access to your account. There's a long, gruesome process, but at the end of the day, it was worth it, and they got their channel. So here are 5 ways that you can protect yourself, whether you're a creator or just someone using social media. And the 4th one, many people, I bet, never thought about, don't use at all, and don't have it in place. And they really should. So right off the bat, and this goes for anything online, is having a long password. And it's not something like, I love puppies. You should actually have a 12-character password that uses letters, uppercase and lowercase, numbers and symbols. And it should not make up a word. It should be just random letters, numbers, and symbols all throughout 12 or more characters. This creates a large, in the millions, billions, and depending how long you've made the password, trillions of combinations to hack that password. Number 2, having two-step verification actually turned on. Many people don't have that. And a lot of social accounts, basically almost any online account that you need to create and have a password is now either having a two-step verification or has had for a long time. Google's one of them. So make sure you're using that two-step verification. Number 3, Google also has passcode. So you want to turn on passcode and use that. That will also help you in the instance that somebody has hacked your password and going through the two-step verification. Well, now you need that passcode to have another way of verifying that it's you trying to change the password or log into the account. Number 4, everyone has an email address. Now, I'm sure a large portion of the population still use one email to access everything that they have online, and they shouldn't. The best way to actually protect yourself is having an email per login of your social accounts. I know that sounds crazy, but if that email and password, now also that password is going to be different for every social account. not the same password. But using a separate email to log into a separate online account somewhere is going to protect the rest of your accounts if you end up getting hacked on that one account. Another, especially for YouTube creators, you should have an email that you use that's separate from your Google account to communicate with other people, companies, anything. Any connection through email should be using a different email address. So you'll have an email address to log into your Google account and your YouTube, and you'll have another email that you use to communicate with the outside world. Also having separate high passwords for those accounts. And again, you can go as far as having a separate email for your personal bank account, just a personal email that communicates with the outside world. Each social, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, X, any of those, and whatever else you decide to log in. Number 5 is vetting through your emails before clicking any files or links that somebody has sent you. That is how our friends actually got hacked. They went through their normal process of getting emailed as a sponsorship for their YouTube channel, verified the company was a real company, verified that what they're asking them to do in the sponsorship is something that is through the company, whether it's a product, schooling, like a course. That was all vetted for. Now, I'm not sure if the email address, because it wasn't stated, actually matched the company email address, because what hackers can do is an email can come through and it can have the name of the company, but when you actually click on the name, it will then show you the actual email address that is being used to send you that email. And that's where you can actually catch a hacker or a scammer, is because they've changed or added something funky, whether it's adding a longer email address or adding a number or a weird symbol that doesn't match the emails that are on the actual company's website. So if you go to the company website or social platforms and you check the contact us, or you go to LinkedIn and you check the people that work for that company and their email address that is associated to that company, you can then verify that that email is actually being sent from the company. If you can't, then don't click on a link and don't download a file. Now, in my experience, through a sponsorship, if they're sending me a link to a product, well, I'm going to just go to Google and search that product. I'm not going to click on their link that they sent me. And then if I can verify that it is the product they're telling me it's about, and then I verified the email matches the company, same as the files. If they're sending me a contract to be sent, well, it's going to be a PDF. If they're sending me a link to download the contract, or it's a folder that I have to download, then I don't click it. Because, for example, a file can easily have a piece of malware that can now access your phone, your computer, and now log into your different socials, get access to the passwords that were saved on your phone, whatever that they've set up, that you are now giving access to your device and losing everything. And that's actually what happened to them. The cell phone suddenly started to reboot like it was doing a system restore, and sure enough, the phone stops restarting and everything is wiped off the phone, and he starts getting notifications things being changed on his YouTube channel. He goes to log into his YouTube channel, can't get access, and then suddenly within the hour or less, his YouTube channel was totally gone off the internet. None of his followers, friends, or himself could find the channel. And that's, of course, where panic sets in and you don't know where to start or begin. And luckily to another friend that is a YouTube creator had came across that you should contact YouTube themselves through another social platform, and they can help guide you on how to get your channel back. And luckily, with over a week's time of going back and forth with YouTube and trying all the things that they're telling him to do, he actually got access to his channel. And now, all those 5 things he has completed. So that is what you need to think about, whether you're a creator or not, on how to protect yourself, because they're getting better and better, and they're not going to stop. Especially when you have a lot of attention to your channel. If you're a bigger creator or starting to really take off and grow, you're going to get attention. And that's where those hackers, scammers are going to see you and go, let's try it. And they might even be trying already, even with being a small channel, or not being a creator at all. They just want to try and get into your personal accounts and hopefully drain your bank accounts or access information that you don't want to be known. Whatever it is, whatever they can do to take over, they're going to. So very happy to them that they got their channel back. And I hope you are going to take the time to protect yourself. I'm going to re-go through. I recently, for example, have recently updated my passwords. I know I do have a separate email for my Google account to access my channel. I'm pretty sure I have the passcode set up, but that is what I'm going to do next, is logging in and double checking that. And I'm starting to really think about setting up a separate email for all my socials, because I've been hacked before, and that was through Facebook. And luckily, they didn't steal my information. I ended up losing some money because what they ended up doing was taking over my Facebook account, and then because I had ads set up for creating ads for our home business, they then took that ads account, which was connected to my PayPal, and started creating ads of whatever they were trying to sell, which then, instead of them paying money, it was coming out of my account. And I didn't even know I was hacked until I got that PayPal notification that I was charged for 80 or 100 and whatever it was. It was in that $100 range for an ads account. And I was not able to get that money back. I tried, and they wouldn't do anything because I still had access to my account. They just created another user within my account that I was not aware of, and then started creating ads and fake Facebook pages. And I had to finally go in through there, and it took a while, but I was able to kick them out. Multiple verifications, change password, make myself an admin, to then remove them as an admin, and I had to create a whole nother account to be a second admin, because you have to have 2 admins, and it was a headache. But that got sorted out. And I created a whole separate email for Facebook with a password. But I think, now having a friend being attacked and losing his YouTube channel, and I don't want to lose my YouTube channel or my podcast or my Instagram account, any of that, and I don't want to lose money either. So I really think that's where my next step is creating other emails that don't match the channel or my personal, and that way it's not easily known that email logs into what account. So that's it for this week's podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.